Hey, what is going on, guys? This is Moinul from FitLife, and if you're watching this video, whenever you do watch this video, whenever it goes up, that means I am posting regularly again, and I do apologize for not posting so often. It's just right now I need to focus more on my classes because I'm not doing so hot in my classes, and I need to get my grades up and everything. Hopefully, I'll let you guys know how I do in my classes. Hopefully I do pretty well and pass the class or whatever. We'll see. It's just mainly my engineering focused classes. But as you can see, today is chest day. When I'm recording this commentary, this commentary that I'm recording is actually in the car, 7 a.m. right now, because everyone else is asleep and I tend to wake up early to do morning cardio and stuff anyways. And if I was in my room trying to record this, I don't want to disturb other people's sleep because I don't like it when other people disturb my sleep, so we're doing what we can, doing what we need to, but I'm trying to get a bunch of angles for you guys here. Today I wasn't feeling so hot. Well, this workout was the day before, so I wasn't feeling too well. Just had a long day, went from college to the gym, but we're working on speed, so you won't be seeing me going under a slow tempo or anything, or contracting the muscle at all much. I'm just trying to go for speed, trying to keep my heart rate elevated, just so I'm sweating the whole workout. But since there weren't that many people in the gym, oh, by the way, here I'm just trying to rotate my shoulders out. I don't know why I was going down all the way. You just have to go till your hands are perpendicular, and then you go back up like I am doing right here. But what I was saying was, since there were a lot of people at the gym, I really worked on fixing my bench, like my technique and everything. So you'll be seeing a lot of clips of that. Basically, I think I did 5 working sets and 2 warm-up sets on the bench. I didn't record all of them for the video, but I was just trying to focus on getting my leg drive right. By the way, on the incline bench, you want to bring your elbows in. A lot of people flare them out, and that's why they have shoulder problems. I don't think I've ever had shoulder problems while benching, so make sure you do that. Right here, I'm kind of actually focusing on working the muscle because this was my last set before I go into the flat bench, which you see right here. What I've been trying to focus on today is just basically getting my foot placement right. As you can see here, when I put my feet down, they're kind of in 2 different spots, and when you look at me, I'm not really centered on the bench, right? And my knees, one knee comes in too much, the other knee's kind of flared out, and also my arms, if you look at the bar, it's a little tilted because my right arm is higher than my left arm because of the way I'm placed on the bench. So I was trying to record from different angles and see if I could fix that, and so this is like the next set. I'm really focusing on getting my foot placement right, but it's kind of hard to see when you're actually laying down on the bench. So I was trying to use the videos as sort of just to see where I'm placing them and which foot I need to bring up and which foot I need to move back. But I was really trying to focus on keeping my arms the same. That's why I'm going so super slow right here. But it's still kind of messed up because I'm still not centered on the bench right here. But by the end of the workout, I actually do fix my form and everything. And in future videos, you'll probably see me with better bench, hopefully, because I really worked on it today. I'm serious about this because I'm trying to keep my arms the same, trying to keep my foot placement right and get that arc in my lower back. And then here's another angle. I think those are 25s or 35s. Just really trying to focus on where I place my feet right here. I think this one was way better because I actually placed my feet in the same spot on the opposite sides and really did try to keep my arms leveled. But you're gonna see a few more flat bench clips. If I see something that I need to tell you guys about to give you guys tips, I will point that out, but enjoy this raw footage. Alright guys, so I was going to tell you a few things, quick tips. On the previous set, I did more of speed, just trying to get a lot of reps in just so I can get the feel for it, like how I'm going up and using leg drive. And on this set, I kind of pause on my chest, and you can't see it in the video, but what I do is I actually release my grip from the bar, and then I grab it real quick and push it up. But it's not like I don't take my hands off of it, I just like don't squeeze as hard, so I'll put a little lag in there, I guess, and then I'll just grip it real tight and then push it back up, just so I can work on getting more of the power, you can say, power transfer from the legs. But a lot of people don't use leg drive in the gym. Whenever I see people benching, they'll be flat-footed and they'll just be pressing the weight up, but you're actually limiting your strength there, because if you use the leg drive, you'll be able to push more weight. And as you know, the more weight you lift for, say, the same amount of reps, you're gonna build more muscle because you're lifting more weight. It's kind of basic knowledge, but a lot of people don't use their leg drive because they just don't know how to do it, or they don't know about it, so they'll just go in and bench. I actually helped this one other guy the other day. He was flaring his elbows out really wide, and he told me he had a problem in his shoulder and tricep before he had to get surgery or something. And I was like, yeah, it's because you're flaring your shoulders out. And so I tried to help him fix it, but I don't know if he ended up fixing it or not, but I showed him how to do it. But I think this was either my last set or this was probably my last set. I think those are 45s, so it went pretty well. I still, you gotta think about the exercise when you're doing it. The more you do the exercise, the better you're gonna get at it. So if you're trying to get good at an exercise, do it more often. That's what I say. I try to bench I try to flat bench with heavy weights once a week, and then the other, because I do chest twice a week, so the other time I'll do more of volume work, probably with dumbbells, because the thing is, my chest, one pectoral muscle is a little bigger than the other for some reason. Well, it's not really bigger, it's just shaped a little differently, because I feel like it's a little more muscular, because as you can see, when I do the flat bench, one arm goes higher than the other, so I'm guessing there's a little bit of muscular imbalance. So I'm going to try to fix that over the next few weeks. Then I went on to this kind of like a chest press with the landmine setup. Really just trying to focus on squeezing, but using some leg drive. So I bend my knees a little bit, and then I push up. It's kind of like a push press, but for your chest. And you can really feel your chest working here, your upper chest mainly, because that's what I'm trying to focus on right here. But one thing that I do like about this exercise is, since you're on your feet and you're standing, it puts your core into the exercise. So I believe that in every exercise you do, you need to have some core stability. You need to maintain core stability. And even when you're benching, flat bench, incline bench with dumbbells, whatever it is, you need to activate your core, because if you're not actively doing that, your core muscles are going to be super weak. So even if you have big chests, you're your abs and core, all the other muscles in your core, like your obliques, serratus, and everything, your transverse abdominis, they're all going to be weak if you don't train them in every exercise, because your abs heal, but you have to train them how to be used in every movement. That's like a tip for if you're trying to get better abs, you need to incorporate them in every exercise, but then you also need to work them to build the muscle in another session just for abs. But the previous exercise, I like it because when your chest gets tired, you can lock out and rest at the top without really putting the weight down. So the weight is still giving you some resistance, but you're just taking a short break and then you can continue. That's what I did in the previous set, if you guys noticed. But after that, we went on to some low cable flies to really emphasize squeezing up on the chest. Trying to get different angles for you guys again. But on this, all you want to do is focus on bringing your hands together, squeezing, and then what I like to do is I like to cross my hands over, and I'll alternate that, because if you just come to where your hands are together, you're not squeezing your chest all the way. So I'll do like a set of bringing my hands together, and then I think you saw it in the previous set, I was like crossing my hands over. It's because I feel like that activates my chest a little more. And then we went on to some high cable flies because I just wanted to target the chest from different angles. And on this one, I'd like to put 1 foot out and 1 foot back. On the lower ones, I like to have both feet out. It's just how I like doing the exercise. It doesn't really mean you have to necessarily do it that way, as long as you're getting that feel in your chest. This was a drop set, by the way, so went from one exercise into just basically another set where you drop the weight by 50%, just so you can do the same amount of reps. It doesn't have to necessarily be an exact number. Just make sure you're dropping it to a weight that you can handle for half of the reps you did. I was trying to get a cool angle here for these bicep curls, but as you can see, it was a pretty big fail. But that doesn't stop me from trying. But here we tried it and the camera flipped over, but it still looks cool, so I kept it in. This is a warm-up set for my biceps. What you're going to be seeing in the following few clips is basically it's a version of 21s. So what 21s are is you do one type of bicep, say like wide grip bicep curl for 7, close grip bicep curl for 7, and then reverse grip for 7. That's just what I did, but that's not really what 21s is. Just basically you go from one exercise to the other and you do 7s of each. That's what I kind of did here, but instead of going to 7, what I did is so this is the second set. So first set, what I did was I started off with wide grip curls, and I did as many as I could with a little more weight than this, because you're stronger on wide grip in my opinion. And then the second set, I went close grip, dropped the weight by 5 pounds I believe, and then basically did as many as I could with that. And then I went to reverse grip, dropped the weight by 5 pounds, and I did as many as I could, and then I took a rest. And this is the second set, what you're seeing right now. So second set, I went close grip first and then wide grip, and then you're gonna see me do reverse grip right here, and I'm basically dropping the weight by 5 pounds each, and I'm alternating which one I do first, just so each one gets the same amount of work in by having to go first on the exercise. So the set after this, you're gonna basically see me do reverse grip curls first, and then we're gonna do close grip and then wide grip. But in any bicep movement, whenever I'm working my biceps, I have pretty nice biceps, if I do say so myself. I'm pretty sure there's people with better biceps, but I like how my biceps look right now. But you'll never see me working with super heavy weights when I'm doing bicep curls, and because I'm just focusing on feeling my muscle contract and feeling that stretch, right? I'm not trying to lift as much weight from my biceps as possible. Now I do believe sometimes you need to do that. I do heavy, I just said do, but I do exercises that incorporate heavy weights for my biceps, and I focus on getting the weight up and feeling that stretch, the negative portion of the exercise. But when I'm going higher reps, when I'm going for the pump, you could say, or hypertrophy, like the sarcoplasmic hypertrophy for my muscle, I try to just focus on contraction and the negative portion of the exercise, and try and get as many reps as I can with good form. Obviously, you want to have good form, but most of the time I see people just jerking up weight, and you're not really helping build the muscle. You're just kind of you're making the muscle stronger, I guess you could say, because you're just picking up as much weight as possible, but that doesn't mean you're working them correctly. And a lot of people ask me like how I work my biceps, but you'll never see me go super, like right here, I don't even have any weights on the bar, because I went from doing those 21s from the previous set, and then I went straight into this. And right here, like I'm just focusing on the negatives. These are called spider curls, so it's the opposite of a preacher curl. In a preacher curl, you go at a slanted bench, and this is just straight 90 degrees with the ground. And I'm just focusing on the negative portion of the exercise, and you can see my biceps are being activated, right? You can see it right here. and there you can't really use any momentum, so that's why this is a good exercise, because you're locked in a fixed position, your elbows aren't moving, your armpits are basically pressing into the bench, and you can see a better angle here. But I did that and I went straight into some spider crawls, you'll see right here. But that's it for this video, because my camera battery died and I didn't take an extra battery, because like I said, I went from the university, I came home and I went straight to the gym, didn't have time to get another battery or like charge my battery, so my camera actually died. I had a pretty good, okay, like bicep workout, because after this I did some hammer curls and some Zotman curls. If you don't know what those are, look them up. But if you like the video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more videos that are going to come. You know, I'm gonna try to post because it's summer. Happy summer to everyone. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see y'all next time.
And the halls, no, we can't let them win. There's an evil inside, they're just looking way down below.